How has it been also being a woman in the tech space? We have some people that have had some complaints. It has been great for some people. How have you been able to also navigate that?
So I would say I've been sort of lucky in that aspect, but I was not lucky before. I should mention that I've been in cases of horrible bosses.
Wow!
So I should mention that I've been in cases of horrible bosses, but currently I would say that I've been lucky and I've been opportunity to work with people that want to push me to like do more, and push me to like my potential. Oh, this is not how this is done. Go and figure out how this is done and get back to me. That kind of thing. So
I would like to know, because I want to know the tea. Give us some backstory, like what happened with your horrible boss and how did you actually navigate? How are you able to overcome that? A lot of people are also probably facing this. They don't know how to face it.
So the truth is, if you're dealing with an horrible boss situation, I would advise you to get out. Like one will I say advantage? I'm not sure if I should call it an advantage, but I think one advantage of having like a horrible boss is it sort of builds you, sort of make you have like more skin to weather more things, because you're like, I've gone through, this person has talked down on me and I've lived through it. So what more can I face out there? So it sort of builds you in a way. I remember one of my first jobs that I had my boss really talk down at me and I cried for like days.
Wow.
and from that incident till now, like if I have my boss talk at me, I would definitely not cry again. Like I've grown past that, but I think I had to face that situation to know how to deal with it. So at times life is just in phases and you're like, okay, horrible boss now, but the next one does not have to be like an horrible boss. And one good thing is, if you're lucky enough to have a boss that pushes you, that wants like the best for you, you can definitely tell. And I think that's not something that is common in the Nigerian space. In Nigerian space, it's very, very difficult for you to find bosses that actually want like the best for you. Like they really want you to grow. Like outside the country, or if you're working remotely, it is way, way different. They are very mindful of your time. They are very mindful of every single thing.
Exactly.
Like Nigerian bosses don't care about your time. They start meeting with you anytime. They talk to you anyhow. They don't come for meetings. They don't apologize to you. Like the first time I had my boss apologize to me for missing a meeting, like
it was like a culture shock. You're like, this happens.
I was like he just kept on like from the beginning of the meeting, in the middle of the meeting, at the end of the meeting, and I'm like,
I get it.
You're forgiving.
Yeah.
But in the Nigerian space, you don't get that. Like,
I totally I think I get you, because when I started working in like an international company, it was definitely a culture shock for me too. Even in terms of what you're saying, like keeping to time, you don't waste people's time. Things are just like really structured. I was like
even before setting up meeting, they ask you, oh please, can we fit this into your calendar? And you have bandwidth for it. I'm like, who cares?
And the thing, no, actually, I learned a lot from that, to be honest, in the sense that as I then moved to another company that was, like smaller in size and not as structured, that principle went with me. So even if you're in Nigeria and you want to block my calendar, if you don't tell me ahead of time, we'll have to discuss about it, because these are things that it's just a better way to be productive. Just a better, especially when as a product designer, you're a creative. You need time, like you need your alone time to actually design,
to actually do the work. To actually do the work. Time in meetings, then you're not rushing to get things done. So they basically don't consider that you spent like your whole day meeting. The next day they want a demo. Like, should I have worked on the demo in the middle of the night? I don't understand.
I feel like for me, I'm a very expressive person. If I see that, you want me to join a meeting and that meeting is going to span the whole day, I'll not remind you that, what that means is what I'm supposed to deliver on tomorrow would not be delivered on. Like, I usually try as much as possible to communicate that, so that, because at the end of the day, like, it's your KPI, they can sack you if you don't meet it. So you have to be communicating.
But I think it's a Nigerian, even when they set the meeting for like 12 to 12:30, by 1 you're still arguing on the same thing. Like, like, I will still come next week to come and say the same thing. I spent like 1 hour.
No, I definitely get it. I think it's a struggle that every Nigerian working in a 100% Nigerian company would face. But we thank God for the, the international companies that are now hiring, and like Nigerians are now saying that things that can actually be done in a much more sane way. You understand?
Like, without stress.
Like, honestly, it's bliss. It's one of the things I'm grateful for, to be a part of the times where a foreign company can hire from Nigeria and you get the opportunity to work in those companies and see how things are really done. Anyway, that's by the way, Jerry. So we talked about that. So in terms of finances, because you're making this tech money.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Tech money, they know. Is it now? It's not like engineers that are earning. It's now designers. We know what's going on. Anyway, so how are you with your finances? Like, what kind of person are you financially? What do you do with your money? Yeah.
So for me, I try to save a lot. I use apps like Cowrywise and Piggyvest to save, and I have like a standing order on this app. So it's like I'm not waiting to go and remove the money and put it in the bank, or I'm not waiting to go and remove the money and put it into those apps. Like immediately I get in money, it's like gone immediately, so that I don't have the time to think, or I don't have that luxury of thinking, oh, let me pay for this one first. So when the next one, no, I don't have that luxury. So I save with all of these apps. I have them like fixed deposit. So I also know that I have to be disciplined enough to know that I don't get my money back until it's so amount of time.
Yeah.
So that's something that has helped me a lot. So I really buy the idea of saving. In terms of investment, I think that's something I really want to do better at. I want to learn how to invest more. That's why this is my girl.
Right.
I want to learn how to like invest more, know like the right type of investment to go into, because at the end of the day, passive income is very important, and investment is
underestimated.
Exactly, and investment is something that would grant you that passive income. You know that kind of money they say, I sleep, wake up, and I see money from my bank account. That's when you now say you're making money. So that's something I really want to do better at.
I mean, I think you've taken the first step in saving, and I think I could relate. I know I could relate a lot in what you said. Like me too. Once the money lands, I don't think about it
at all.
Before you take that thinking about it, one has gone into saving, investments, and whatever else I need to pay. Because by the time you start thinking about it, that money will not be in your bank account. That's when you remember that you want to buy hair. You want to buy. You want to do your manicure. You want to do your everything. I totally get it. So the next question I want to ask you is like, when will you say in life that I'm good? You remove your cap, remove your wig, and say I'm good in this life. Now it's time to enjoy.
Elon Musk status.
Elon Musk. Call us.
Okay, but seriously, I think I'm of the opinion where I want to be financially independent and retire early.
Yeah.
I think that's because I think our parents did not have that luxury. They worked late into their 60s, into their 70s, and that is not something I basically want for myself. So work as hard as I can right now and retire early, be financially independent. And retire early does not mean I won't like work again. It just means that I won't be actively pursuing things that I do not like just to earn money. So that's something very important that I think when young people say they want to retire early, everybody just thinks that they just want to maybe lounge in one beach in Hawaii and not do anything. And I don't necessarily think that's what it means. Even like big CEOs and boards of companies, when they retire, they still have like investments that they look up to and all of that. And I also think this is where passive income comes into play a lot. If you have passive income, if you have like a lot of passive income, like you can literally get away with not actively doing things that you don't like just to make money.
Honestly, I really agree with you, because I'm at a point where like I really want to retire at the age of 30. I want to be at the age of 30. And what that means to me is that, I'm not aggressively pursuing money. Like I'm doing things that I love to do, but I want to reach a point at that 30 where I'm doing things I like and it's bringing me passive income. If you realize that you want to retire early, the next thing to do is to start taking the steps.
Start planning towards
exactly. Like, okay, if I want to stop working at the age of 30, what are the things I need to put in place so that happens? And for me, honestly speaking, like I really want this channel to go place. Imagine dropping a video, just one video a month, and you're raking thousands of dollars.
Billions.
Just like that. or building.
And your own status will not be far. If you get into his status.
It's true. Or building a mobile application like that's providing a service, and you're making in money too. You don't have to be a unicorn. Like there are a lot of sustainable businesses out there, and they're not doing so much.
Just providing a solution for everyday people. So I think that's like one very important thing. Like, so it's like the way I say the difference between Apple and maybe all the other Android people is they make their money in two different ways. Apple is for like the 1% of the 1%, but they make their money. But Android people still make their money because they are for like the 1,000 people of the 1 million people.
They are for the people.
They are for the people. So they'll make their money. So it's just knowing where you fall, and everybody does not have to fall in the 1% of the 1% for you. There's something that they say that small money they make money. It's even people that have like small things, because it's harder to find people that will pay you a lot of money for one service than finding like 100 people that will pay you small money for that service.
I think definitely that makes sense. Like, I think what you're trying to point at is that there are going to be only few really large companies, but there are still some smaller companies that are also doing really well
and making a lot of money.
But you're the one that said you want to reach Elon Musk status.
Everybody's life is different.
Is it his life?
Everybody's agenda in this life is different.
No, well, I will collect it like that. So we'll meet you at the Elon Musk status. Nothing is impossible, to be honest. So I'm rooting for you, to be honest. I like it when people actually think really big, because even if you don't if you don't hit the moon, you hit the star. Last.
That's the plan.
That's it. So the next part of this video is the riddles. I'm going to give you 3 riddles, and you have to answer them correctly. And also, you cannot say yes or no.
Okay. Guys, root for me.
Good luck. All right, let's quickly get into it. So, riddle number 1. You see a boat filled with people, yet there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible? Think about it. Think about it.
A boat
filled with people, but yet there isn't a single person on board. I can tell you the answer. Should I tell you the answer?
Oh, this one is hard, bro. Why is the first one like this? Very hard like this.
Of course.
People should give me a spoon now.
They cannot help you.
Give me a spoon.
My followers and subscribers, they don't cheat. They follow the rules.
People. Is it like a painting? I don't know the answer.
If you ask me,
I don't know the answer.
Should I tell you the answer?
Yes.
Thank you for saying yes.
I literally forgot. I was supposed to say yes.
Good one. You've already flopped. Anyway, the answer is the boat is filled with married people.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked because she's married.
But look at it now.
But wait, how does that add up?
It adds up. The boat is filled
with people.
But none of them are single.
No, wait, ask the question again. You said the boat is filled with people. But there wasn't any
single person on board. That was a good one.
I feel attacked. you should know that I feel attacked.
Don't worry. Don't feel attacked. Okay, the next one. If there are 3 apples and you take away 2, how many apples do you have? If there are 3 apples and you take away 2, how many apples do you have?
Where did I take them to?
If you ask me,
3 apples
and you take away 2.
How many apples do I have?
Yes.
I have 3 now.
Is that your last answer?
There are 3 apples.
And you take away 2.
And I take away 2. How many apples do I have? It doesn't exactly say. I'm sorry, because I'm a product designer, so I have to think about it very well. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and ending. So it doesn't say where I take the apples to.
Or from, or where the apples were.
And there's still 1 more apple again. So that's 3 apples.
Well, I'm going to be product designer.
Come to the tech side.
Oh yeah, now answer. What's the product designer and you saying?
3.
Come on. Why is the product designer and you doing like this?
Wahala.
You have 2 apples. There are 3 apples.
There are 3 apples.
And
I take away 2.
Who told you that the 3 apples are for you?
You see why I said you should have a beginning, a middle, and an ending.
They don't say, oh, you have 3 apples and you take away 2. There are 3 apples.
There are 3 apples.
They can
and I take away 2.
It is well. Okay, let me give you one simple one now. If you're running in a race and you pass the person in 2nd place, what place are you in?
2nd place. If I'm running in a race and I pass the person in 2nd place, what place am I in? I've not passed the 1st person. Only the 2nd place.
Are you sure?
Yes. Hey, Jesus. Of course. I just said yes.
Anyway, you guys, before we even call it a wrap, tell them to subscribe to this channel.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Guys, what are you no, explain to me, what are you thinking about? Why are you not pressing that red button underneath this video?
Why?
Like, explain to me. So please just press that red button. Thank you very much.